Well. Look who's back for another dose of dungeon wisdom. It's your favorite kobold, Chuckles, here to sprinkle a bit of chaos and confusion into your pathetic adventuring lives. Today we're breaking down the basics. Ability scores, skill checks, and saving throws. I know, it sounds about as exciting as watching a rust monster eat your armor. But stick with me. You might learn something before you get yourself killed. First up, ability scores. These little numbers define just how competent, or hilariously inept, you are at everything, from lifting a boulder to convincing the town guard that you didn't set the tavern on fire. Again, you've got 6 of these beauties: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Strength. This measures your muscle power. Great for smashing doors, wrestling trolls, and flexing in front of a mirror, because nothing says hero like narcissism. Dexterity. How nimble and quick you are. Perfect for dodging traps, picking pockets, and doing backflips off a dragon's snout. Just try not to trip over your own feet, okay? Constitution. Your ability to take a hit and keep going. Handy for surviving poison, enduring a marathon, and eating that questionable stew the tavern calls special. Good luck with that. Intelligence. This is all about how well you can remember facts and solve puzzles. Good for wizards, detectives, and anyone who enjoys a good Sudoku. But let's be honest, half of you won't be using this much. Brain power isn't exactly your strong suit. Wisdom. Your common sense and perception. Great for spotting traps, making good decisions, and knowing when to run away like the coward you are. Trust me, you'll need this one. Charisma. Your charm and social skills, ideal for persuading, deceiving, and getting out of those awkward "did you set the tavern on fire" conversations. Though with your face, good luck with that. So how do you get these glorious stats, you might ask, my good victim adventurers? Well, you've got a few methods. First up is standard array. This is for the boring folks who like everything neat and tidy. You get a set of numbers and distribute them among your ability scores. Simple, clean, and guaranteed to leave you with at least one dump stat. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be intelligence if you're not a wizard. Rolling for stats. This is for the gamblers among you. Roll 4d6 and drop the lowest die, and add up the rest. Do this 6 times and assign the results to your scores. You might end up with a superhuman, or a total train wreck. Either way, it's hilarious, and I'm here for it. And lastly, point buy. This is for the control freaks. You start with a pool of points and buy your ability scores, with higher scores costing more points. It's like shopping for stats at a weird fantasy supermarket. Careful not to blow your whole budget on one stat, though, or you'll end up with a muscle-bound oaf who can't tie his own shoes. Now, once you've got your scores, you need to know about modifiers. These are the little bonuses or penalties you will get from your ability scores. Here's the formula. So, a score of 18 gives you a +4 modifier, while a score of 7 gives you a -2. These modifiers are what you'll actually use in the game to add or subtract from your rolls. It's math, but the fun kind, like figuring out just how badly you failed your final exam. Next up, skill checks. These are how you use your ability scores to actually do things in the game. Think of them as rolling dice to see if you succeed in tasks like sneaking past a guard, deciphering ancient runes, or convincing a dragon you're really not that tasty. Spoiler alert, you are. For example, let's say you want to sneak into the treasure room, because who doesn't? You'd roll a dexterity stealth check. If you roll high enough, you're in. Roll low and, well, hope you got a good backup plan or a fast pair of legs. Remember, screaming "I'm not here" rarely works, but feel free to try it and entertain the rest of us. And then there are saving throws. Think of these as your last-ditch efforts to avoid bad stuff that's happening to you. When a fireball is heading your way, or you've been charmed by a mischievous fae, you roll a saving throw using one of your ability scores. Roll well, and you might dodge that fireball, or shake off the charm. Roll poorly, and you might end up a crispy critter. or Faye's best friend. Neither of which is particularly appealing, but hey, at least it's a story to tell. Let's break it down. Strength save. Great for avoiding being knocked on your butt by a giant. Though with your luck, you'll probably still end up flat on your face. Dexterity save. Perfect for dodging those pesky fireballs and lightning bolts. Just don't trip over your own ego. Constitution save. Useful for resisting poison, disease, and really bad hangovers. Not that you need help with that last one, right? Drink up. Intelligence save. Rare, but handy for avoiding mind-bending illusions and psychic attacks. Not that many of you have brain power to worry about this. Wisdom save. Crucial for shrugging off fear spells and mind control. Not that you were using your brain for much else. And charisma save. Good for resisting possession, banishment, and other magical nastiness. Though let's face it, anyone trying to possess you is in for a disappointment. So, my brave and probably doomed adventurers, remember, ability scores make you who you are. Skill checks show what you can do, and saving throws are your last line of defense against the horrors of the dungeon. Use them wisely, or you might end up as kobold kibble. And that's all for today's lesson, you delightful disasters. If you enjoyed our romp through the fundamentals of character mechanics, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow adventurers. After all, misery loves company, right? Anyway, until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side as we continue learning naturally.